Hello everybody and welcome back to some more Pokemon Emerald No Healing in Battle Wedlocke Challenge. In the last episode, we made our way through the Petalburg Woods, reaching Rustboro City, even catching 2 new Pokemon that didn't go onto the team since we have a full party as of the last episode. Well, the episode before that. And I never actually showed them off. I caught them and I never checked them out in the PC. I apologize about this, but we can now go ahead and look at Aster, our Whismur, and Gobble, our Tailo that we caught last episode, and go ahead and move them to the correct boxes because I haven't done that yet, so I'll make those boxes really quick. And we now have a male's box and a female's box, so I'll go ahead and move them to the appropriate box, being Gobble at the front and then Aster at the front of the females. So since we call Aster first, let's go ahead and check out what Aster is all about. Has soundproof, of course, with the relaxed nature, which is pretty cool. I forget what it does, but who knows? It might be good. I have no idea. And we have Gobble, our Tailo, with Guts and Gentle. I don't think there's another ability it can get, but if it can, Guts is the better one, I think. Yeah, I'll go with that. It might have something else. I think it's Keen Eye, actually. So yeah, Guts is the much better ability, actually, which is pretty awesome. Hopefully we don't have to use these guys for a while, but if we do, then they're there. And we've got one of each gender, so if anybody dies, we have an immediate replacement no matter what. You know, no clue if it's going to actually be good or not for what Pokemon that would potentially die, but hopefully it would be. Anyways, I also forgot to grab Cut. I said I was going to, and I never actually came into the Cut House and talked to this guy. But by talking to this guy, you can get an optional HM, being HM01 Cut. And it's appropriately in the Cut House, which obviously you want to get it. It's not required, but there are some really cool things that I can get and some trainers that I can fight with Cut. So I'll probably will teach it to somebody when it's required, or after we beat Roxanne, that is, because it's not going to be useful until then. But with that being said, I do actually have to go ahead and train for Roxanne, but I don't want to do that until after we've cleared out all the gym trainers and we've taken on the rest of the trainers on the route where we caught Gobble, our Tailo. But one thing I want to do really quick is I do want to go ahead and teach the TM for Bullet Seed that we learned, that we got last episode, and I want to go ahead and teach this to Stella, our Lotad. The reason for this is Basil gets good grass-type moves later on in his life, but Stella's not going to. The only thing Stella's going to get is Absorb, and I want to have Bullet Seed. It's just better, and I'm actually going to be using Stella for the gym, so I think that's a good idea. So with that being said, we now have Bullet Seed, which is better than Absorb because it will always hit twice, and that will do 20 damage. It doesn't heal, but we still have Absorb to heal with should we absolutely need to. So I think Stella should be great to take down Roxanne, and she will be a Lombre when it comes time to do that. So with that being said, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I wanted to go ahead and say. I don't think so. I'm going to go ahead and do this fight up ahead with Stella and Twitchy. We've got a couple of trainers that we need to fight, and I'd like to use Stella a lot before we actually train, because I'd like to have her evolve before I start training. That way I don't have to, you know, skip showing the evolution or whatever. So, yeah, we've got a couple of trainers here. This guy has a Machop. I don't really think it's that big of a deal to fight it with Stella, so I guess we'll do that right now. We've only got this guy and the Bug Catcher. Oh, and the girl with the Meryl we didn't fight either. We've got them to clear out, then we need to clear out the gym trainers. And then there's nothing left to do other than train for Roxanne, the first gym leader of the game, which is going to be really scary. I should be fine, but, you know, it's frightening. I'd really like to do it, no problems, but, you know, a lot of things can go wrong, but I think Stella being a Lombre will be perfect for this gym coming up, and I don't really see anything that could go wrong. Bullet Seed's putting in work immediately, hitting 5 times the first time we use it. I really hope that's the case, like, in the gym battle, where it actually really matters, but you never know. I'm going to use Absorb here just because I want to get back a little bit of hit points, and I won't knock it out with one more Bullet Seed anyways, even if I hit 5 times. And it's going to go for Focus Energy, which could make it crit me, but I don't think it could kill me with a crit at this stage, unless it has, like, Karate Chop or something, which has a high crit ratio to begin with, meaning it probably would crit me. But luckily, Stella's going to hit 3 times here and take it out. Or 4 times. Great work, Stella! Bullet Seed's actually putting in work already. It's one of those moves that can bite you really hard if it doesn't do what you need it to. But luckily, it's doing it right there. Hopefully, that's just not just this fight and every other fight's going to be awful, but who knows? I want to go ahead and fight this girl next with Stella. Like I said, In the previous episode, I remember this girl has a Meryl. There shouldn't be any issues at all fighting her. Now that I remember, though, it might actually have rollout. Oh, a Shroomish. Well, I mean, it's not bad. I could have swore she had a Meryl, but I guess I was wrong. I guess we're going to have to go ahead and do this with Twitchy. That's fine, I suppose, but I was really hoping I could just get full experience there with Stella. That way, you know, she'd evolve. I believe she'll evolve, though, against the gym trainers. There shouldn't be any worry about that at all. And I know Twitchy might take some, might be effect sport here, but Headbutt should do a lot of damage to take it out in, no, I thought it would take it out in 2 shots, actually. Man, Shroomish is a little bit tankier than I thought. Either that or Twitchy's attack stat's not the greatest. But regardless, we didn't get effect sport while we attacked, and we'll take it out this turn, meaning we're not going to be affected by effect sport in a bad way. But, you know, because I can heal it now, because the fight's over. But I did have a feeling that it was going to do it right there. Oh, Stella's going to get Nature Power. Well, that's like one of the only moves that Stella's going to get at all, like other than TMs. So I'm definitely going to go ahead and teach it. I don't know how it works in Generation 3. I know it changes based on where I'm at, but I'll have to double check and, like, you know, confirm with myself what it does in each area. That way I know what I'm using. But I guess we can go and test it here. I think when you're in grass in this generation, it does Stun Spore. So I'm probably not going to use it against this next guy. And we have a potion here. I'll go ahead and use that on Twitchy. Just because I know the next trainer has a... Yeah, I know the next trainer has, like, Nincada. Yeah, I'm not going to do it with Stella. I know it has Leech Life. It's not a problem, but the reason I didn't want to do that is I wanted to, I know that Stella will get to 14 in the gym, so I don't need to use Stella right here. We can use Finny. I did waste a potion, unfortunately, but Finny can take down Nincada, no problem at all. Obviously, because of their ground type until they evolve, which is perfect because we'll have super effective moves against it, being Water Gun. Oh, I guess he has Wurmple. I didn't know that. I'm forgetting a lot of these trainers. It's been a really long time since I played Pokemon Emerald, so that's going to be pretty challenging. I know there's a lot of really difficult... Oh, don't do this. They didn't do it. Okay, good. Yeah, Busan can't do anything against Wurmple, so we're gonna have to just, you know, hope it doesn't poison me here. As long as we can get through the Wurmple, I believe his other Pokemon is Nincada, like I said, and if we are poisoned, we'll still be able to one-shot Nincada, so I won't have any fear about the poison chipping me away, and it looks like we'll be fine unless they use Poison Sting on the next turn and poison me with that. Oh, the Quick Claw. Yeah, right. The Quick Claw doesn't have an animation in this game. We were slower than it because it used String Shot. I almost said String Straw. What? Regardless, it doesn't have an animation in this game. So if you move first when you're not actually going first, then that was the Quick Claw. Like, this Nincada's faster, but if we somehow don't take it out in one shot and then I go first the next turn, that would be the Quick Claw putting in some work. So, definitely something to keep in mind. If, yeah, this might show off right here. No, yeah, it did. The Quick Claw took effect right there. Unless we're speed tied, but it's most likely the Quick Claw. Which is, you know, something interesting. You definitely want to keep that in mind. There won't be, like, a little animation that says Quick Claw took effect. It doesn't do that in this game. I don't think that happened until Gen 4. It might have been Gen 5, but I'm pretty certain it was Generation 4. Where, yeah, it would have been Gen 4. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so that's all of these trainers taken out. We fought the other 3 guys down there, and we can't fight these trainers until we beat Roxanne and use Cut, which I'll probably do after we beat Roxanne. I should. I want to fight them, I just don't want to teach Cut. I know my rules say to fight everybody, but if they're locked behind an HM that I don't have taught, I don't have to do it, but I probably will. I like to fight everybody, so I'll definitely go out of my way for that. So I'm going to go ahead and heal, and then we'll enter the first gym of the game and start taking down the gym trainers. Alright guys, we are all healed up, and it is time to take on the gym trainers like I said, so I do want to go ahead and involve Stella before I start training, because I don't want to do it in the training montage, if that makes sense. Our level limit's 15, and she evolves at 14, so I believe she's the only Pokemon that will evolve before we beat Roxanne. Yeah, Finny evolves at 18, Farley evolves at 18, I think, maybe 20, I don't remember exactly, and I know Basil evolves at 16. I think Twitchy evolves at 20. I don't remember off the top of my head. You always forget the Generation 3 starter Pokemon for some reason. Not starters, but like the Pokemon you get at the beginning of the game, of course. Anyways, this guy is... No, I almost called him Rydell. He's got a name, doesn't he? I forget. He's the champion making guy. He's like, yo, how's it going? Listen, my friend, would you like to become the champion? I'm no trainer, not me, but I can sure give you winning advice. That's settled then. We'll aim for the Pokemon Championship together. If it's your job as a trainer to collect gym badges, am I right? But gym leaders aren't pushovers, and that's where I come in. I'm here to provide expert advice. Roxanne, the gym leader, is a rock type user. Rock type is very durable, but it can't stand water and grass moves. Come see me after if you beat the gym leader. Go for it. He's a fast stalker. He's a salesman. He's trying to sell me a gym badge, but he's like, you gotta beat the gym leader first. Basically. Maybe he sells the gym badges to the gym leaders and he's gotta have trainers in here, otherwise she's not gonna buy any more gym badges. He's a fast-talking salesman and his name is Rod. We're gonna name him Rod. I don't actually know if I'll ever call him Rod again, but if I do, his name's Rod. All right, we're gonna go ahead and fight this guy. He says, don't take us gym trainers lately. He's gonna show us why we are better than the average trainer. He's gonna tell me why he's better than the average Joey. Or Josh, I guess you could say. Josh, Joey, it's the same name. It's actually not. It's like Dick and Richard. Like, they're apparently the same name. I've got an Uncle Dick, but his name's Richard. I don't understand. My grandpa's name was Richard, but was it? Yeah, and we called him we called him Grandpa Dick, right? Yeah, I'm pretty certain. Anyways, I never understood that. But there's names that are the same, but they're not the same. It's like Bob and Rob. I mean, that's kind of similar, I suppose. But you know what I'm talking about. It's like, what's a good one? There's a good one. I know there is. Like, Dan and Danielle isn't. Dan and Danielle are like guy and a girl name. But like, there's names that are two of the same, I guess you could say. I'm gonna go ahead and fight this guy. Sure. He's like, if you can't beat me, you won't stand a chance against Roxanne. This is 100% true. If we lose to this guy, the challenge is over and you'll never see another video uploaded from me ever again. It's your boy Tommy. Tom and Tommy, you know, that's just an extended. That's like calling Robert Rob. Or Rob Robert. It's not the same thing as Dick and Richard. There's a name for it. Not a name for it. There's names like that. I just can't think of any off the top of my head right now. So many people are going to tell me, there's got to be one. I'm just losing it right now. I'm not going to remember. I'd Google it, but that's just unprofessional. I mean, whatever. We're going to continue here. Tommy's got one more Geodude. Yeah, just one more. That's fine. I wanted to fight this guy because I think he has fewer Pokemon than the other one, and we can give that guy's experience to somebody else, as we're going to hit level 14 on this fight with Stella, which is really cool. We're going to get our second evolution of the series, and it's probably never going to get to see past Lombre, because as I said in the last episode, I can't get a Water Stone until after we beat Tate and Liza, which is an extremely long distance to carry a Lombre. But I've done similar things in my past, and I'm gonna try my best to do just that. So, with that being said, Stella is level 14, and at level 14, Stella's going to evolve. And with that, our Stella, the Lotad, has evolved into Lombre. That's pretty awesome, and that is going to be awesome for right now. Obviously, she's not going to be great at Tate and Liza that far in the game, but right now, she's a powerhouse compared to our other Pokemon who haven't quite evolved yet, which is going to be great. She's going to be the perfect match for this gym, and honestly, having a Lombre at this point is basically auto-win for Roxanne. I'm not going to get that cocky about it because I don't feel that way. Obviously, a lot of things can go wrong, but it's my best bet that I could possibly have at this point in the game. Even better than a Mudkip, because I wouldn't have Marshtomp, and my Trico won't be a Grovyle until after the gym. So, Lombre is the best bet you can have. Either that or a Nuzleaf, but I still think Lombre is better. Either way, let's go ahead and fight the last gym trainer. We're going to do it with Basil. Basil hasn't fought for a while. Basil's still level 10. Basil's the lowest level on the team, and we haven't been using our starter very much. But we'll have a Grovyle after the gym. Well, not after the gym, but eventually after the gym. Because we'll be training to the level limit of 15 after we go ahead and beat the gym. And then we'll only be one level away from a Grovyle, which is pretty sweet. And I guess we're going to hit level 11 right here, which is going to, you know, speed up training just a tiny bit. Because this is the last trainer, as I said, and, you know, once we're done here, I got a lot of training to do. I'm not looking forward to it at all, but Training will start picking up later. Oh, we get quick attack. That's gonna be great. Training will start picking up once we get everybody in their own fighting shape. Like, Busan is going to struggle to train so badly until we get Gust, but then we'll be able to storm the Petalburg Woods. And training's just gonna get better. It's incredibly slow at the start of the game. I think training is slower at the beginning of a playthrough than it is at the end of a playthrough, because it took me 2 hours. 2 hours to train Finny and Busan from level 5 to 9 and 10, respectively. That's really sad. And Basil actually hit level 12 right there. I think using Basil here was the best bet for, like, saving time, honestly. Went from 10 to 12 in no time. Awesome. Everybody's at least level 12 except for Farley and Busan. Yeah, and I think Farley will even get Bite while we're training. So everybody's going to be just better off fighting on their own after this training session. So after this, it should start to pick up speed a little bit. So with that being said, I do have to start training. I need to get everybody to the level limit of 15 so we can take on the first gym leader of our adventure. One thing I do want to say really quickly is before I start training, I've been answering questions and comments and responding to things like that in my training montages. I'm going to continue to do this. However, I do want you guys to know if you have asked me a question, you do not need to ask it again. There's no need to ever re-ask a question. I've seen every comment. I will always see every comment. And if I'm going to use your question at some point, I have already saved it. Re-asking it will not change it at all. I'll pick some comments to use, I'll pick some comments to not use. I could pick one from this episode and not use it till the end. That's just how it's going to go. I've got 50 questions saved in a folder. I'm saving them all that I want to use, so there's no need to re-ask. I just wanted to go ahead and stress that. So with that being said, I'm going to heal up my team, train everybody to level 15, and I'll see you guys when I'm done. Let's get started training. Okay guys, training is all finished. It actually only took an hour and 45 minutes, which makes this the shortest training session of the entire series, which is ironic because we had the most training to do so far, and that was to get everybody on the team to level 15, which actually was fairly easy now that everybody can fight for themselves. The actual real struggle was Basil, which is funny because, you know, Basil's our starter and what you would think is the best Pokemon on the team, but I disagree as of now until he ends up evolving in the next level. But our level limit for the first gym is level 15, meaning this is as high as we can go until we start our fight with Roxanne, which we are about to do here in a minute. But before I do that, as you can see, I did go ahead and give some items to my Pokemon, and I'd like to go over the team before we get started here, just so you guys can see how everything changed while we trained. And we're going to go ahead and start with Stella and Twitchy. Stella is the same, just level 15, and I gave her an Oranberry along with everybody else on the team, except for Busan and Finny, because those two are not going to be fighting, and if they do, well, we've already lost, and Busan wouldn't be coming out anyways. So, well, they'd live anyways. There's no way I'd wipe. It's just impossible. So, with that being said, that is what Stella's looking like. Twitchy didn't learn anything either. Busan did get Gust. I don't know if... Yeah, that was during training. That wasn't before I started training. So yeah, Busan got Gust. And Finny learned Rollout, which I taught. It's really dangerous, but since I can't heal in battle, it could be a very important move to have, at least in case of emergencies, which is why I taught it. Farley finally got Bite, which is huge. We got a physical, well, we got a special stab move, so it's not, you know, it's not great. Dark is special in this gen, and Farley's special attack's not that great, but it's still better than Tackle because it won't miss, and it does so much more damage, and it's stab, so it's just better as of right now. It'll probably be our best attacking move on Farley for quite some time. And Basil learned Quick Attack, which is really good. It's better than Pound because it's the same damage, and it always goes first, so that's really good. The team is looking awesome. I'm really looking forward to the next few episodes because Basil, Farley, Finny, and Twitchy are all going to be able to evolve. Well, not Twitchy. Twitchy won't be able to evolve until after Brawly, but everybody else will be evolved before Brawly, which is really cool because Finny and Farley evolve at 18, and Basil evolves at 16, and Twitchy evolves at 20. So, with that being said, everybody is prepared. We have an Oranberry. The battle animations are turned on. Training is done. The gym trainers are cleared. We've beaten every single trainer that is possible to run into up to this point in the game. There's nothing left for me to do other than talk to Roxanne and get our first gym battle on this challenge, started. So, let's approach her. Oh, man. And get this show on the road. I want to lead with Stella, and if something goes wrong, I'm in trouble. Do I really want to lead with Stella? Are we going to make second? Honestly, Basil and Farley are probably better, and here's why. I know Stella's stronger, and could probably do it on her own. But if Stella does die, Twitchy has nothing that he can do against the gym leader. But Farley could, because Bite is neutral and special. But I don't want to use Phase... I've been doing this all the time. I almost said Faisal and Barley again. No, I don't want to use Basil and Farley because I think Basil could do it, but it's more risky than using Stella. Stella's just tankier in every way, is stronger. I just don't see a reason in using Basil. I think Stella can do this just fine, and that's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to go with my original gut. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and fight the first gym leader of the game versus Roxanne. Let's do this. Hello, I'm Roxanne, the Rustboro Pokemon gym leader. I became a gym leader so that I might apply what I learned at the Pokemon Trainer School in battle. Would you kindly demonstrate how you battle and with which Pokemon? Time for the first gym leader of the Pokemon Emerald No Healing in Battle Wedlocke Challenge versus Roxanne, the Rock-type gym leader of Rustboro City in the HOENN region. Let's do this! And first up is going to be Geodude. It's a Rock Ground type, level 12, and I need your help, Stella! Let's do this! I hope you can make it through this, because this is the last main thing you need to overcome before we hit that name raider. Hit it, and I want you to go for Bullet Seed and take this Geodude out in one shot. And that's exactly what she's going to do. Great work, Stella! Alright, 2 Pokemon left, and obviously these Geodude are not the hurdle in this fight. Her ace is the hurdle that we must overcome. And it's not next. Alright, next up's gonna be Geodude again. This is her second one, Rock Ground type, and it should be the same level at 12. Hit it with Bullet Seed, and that's it for Geodude number 2. These are obviously not the issues in the fight. The main thing that I'm worried about is her ace, which is definitely going to be coming our way next, as it's the only thing that remains in this fight. Hopefully, it'll be really easy to clear, perhaps on turn 1, and we won't have any problems to face. And her ace is Nose Pass. It's a Rock type, and it's level 15. Alright, Stella, hit it with your best shot and fire away! Bullet Seed! How many times will it hit? Well, a crit to start off. We hit twice, obviously. And that's all that it's going to hit, unfortunately. But it put it in a great range, honestly, because she does heal, and we cannot. It's going to go for Rock Tomb, which did far more damage than I ever dreamed that it would. And we are in a pretty rough spot, because Nose Pass has an Oran Berry, and it's going to activate here, and ours didn't. Which obviously is because we're still too high of hit points. I'm going to go for Absorb. Actually, I feel like that's a bad idea. I'll go for Absorb. I'm gonna go for Absorb. I feel like I'm already slower, so it won't matter if I go for Bullet Seed. And I don't want to put it in the range that Roxanne will use a potion. I know she does have one healing item being a potion, and by going for Bullet Seed, it might not do enough and put her in a range of using a potion, which then I could heal with Absorb. Obviously, I can't heal with items, but I could use Absorb if she does go for a potion. But if I go for Absorb now, it won't put her in potion range, and I'll get hit twice. But if Bullet Seed hits enough, I'll only get hit once before she heals. So the best bet would be to go for Bullet Seed. I've overthought this a lot, and hopefully I don't make a mistake. It's going to go for Block. That's really interesting. It means Stella can't switch out, but I have no reason to do that. We're going to hit with Bullet Seed once. We're going to hit with Bullet Seed twice. We crit again. And we hit a third time and finish that Nose Pass off. Nice work, Stella. Critting twice honestly really helped us push that Nose Pass to the ground faster than we could have ever thought to. And if that didn't happen, it might have been able to outdamage us with Rock Tomb before we would be able to take it out. And Stella could have lost her life. She did a great job there. And with that, she's going to grow to 16. And that is it for the first gym of the game. We had a perfect Pokemon for it, being Lombre. And I think she did a great job. And that's it for Roxanne. Alright, so I lost. It seems that I still have much more to learn, and I understand that. The Pokemon League's rules state that trainers are to be given this if they defeat a gym leader. Please accept the official Pokemon League Stone Badge. And by beating Roxanne, we get the first badge of the game. And Bianca received the Stone Badge from Roxanne. Alright, great to have it, and our level limit has increased because of that. And the Stone Badge heightens the attack power of your Pokemon, and it also enables them to use the HM move 01, Cut, outside of battle. And she's going to give us a TM, which is the move she used against us in battle, being TM39 Rock Tomb. Which is great, a lot of Pokemon can learn that, but since TMs are one-time use, I really do want to save it until there's a situation that needs me to use it. And I don't think there is one right now, and I think a lot of my team can learn it. I'm going to go ahead and check, and actually only Basil can learn it. Not a good Pokemon to teach it to right now, but Basil does have an adamant nature, which could make great use of Rock Tomb down the line. But I'm only going to use it on a Pokemon that I really feel needs it. Like, if we come up to something and the only Pokemon that we have that could do anything is Basil, and we need Rock Tomb, I'll definitely teach Rock Tomb. But as of right now, I don't see a use for it. I don't see anything that requires me to teach it. So we're going to go ahead and save it until the time is right. I did accidentally take the Quick Claw off of Finny right there. We're going to go ahead and give that back. And we're going to go ahead and put Basil and Farley up front so that Basil can work his way to evolving in the next episode. But we do have a lot to do in the next episode. There is a whole bunch that I want to do. I'd like to get through the entirety of the Granite Cave. I'd like to fight all the trainers with Cut. I'd like to help Mr. Pico, obviously, Mr. Briny and his Pico. And I'd like to make my way to Slateport just to get to the Name Raider before we actually fight Brawly in the episode after that. So with that being said, I do want to go ahead and apologize to you guys for there not being an episode last night. Well, yesterday, as the time of recording this, it is the day that there should have been a video up. I didn't get around to finishing this. I had training almost done, but I was really sick last night and I did not feel well, and I just couldn't press myself to finish the episode. I hope you guys can understand. Everybody on Discord was fine with it. I did let everybody know there, and you can join my Discord for updates like that in the future, or follow me on Twitter. I post updates like that to both of them. Since there is no way for me to do it to YouTube as of right now, unfortunately, I need 10,000 subscribers, I think, to use the community tab to post to everybody, which is really dumb. I wish I had access to that. It would help a lot. But anyways, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And if you did, a like is appreciated. It helps out a great deal. And if you want to see more Pokemon Wedlocks like Pokemon Emerald, feel free to subscribe. And in the next episode, like I said, we're going to try to rush our way to Slateport just for the Name Raider. Get everything cleared from here to there. And then in the episode after that, we're probably going to take on Brawly, which is going to be really fun. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching!